Hello everybody, it's Slushy and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be reviewing Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. You can cut away now. Time to show the clip from the trailer. You just fucking cut away, damn it.
25 years and my life is still
We have to contain this.
trying to get up that great big hill of hope
Shall we go?
for a destination.
What the?
In our Sam.
We gotta get out of here.
We're gonna take Umbrella down.
Okay, so I saw this movie on Thanksgiving. Dude, I understand sort of where people are coming from, that this movie sort of looks cheap. I get that. The budget is very small, and it's especially crazy when you go from Paul Anderson's films to this film, because it's like crazy. And I feel like some people are going to be expecting that sort of style, because there's really no jump between Paul Anderson's films to this film. I mean, this film literally went into production the same year that the final chapter, Paul Anderson's last film, finished. And originally, James Wan and Greg Russo were going to make it. Wan being a producer, Greg Russo was going to write it. If you don't know Greg Russo, he did the Mortal Kombat reboot. And honestly, I really wonder what his idea was like for this film. I don't know if any of it saw the light of day. I'm pretty sure this was all Johannes Roberts' idea. I think I'm saying it right. I love him. You know, he's done all kinds of really cool movies. Big movies being Strangers Prey at Night, 47 Meters Down, and 47 Meters Down Uncaged, which usually this guy, with his sequels, he gets better. So if we do get a sequel to this film, which I will be excited for, spoiler alert, I fucking love this movie. Resident Evil Raccoon City, Welcome to Raccoon City was fucking amazing, man. I love it. I have a fault with it, and I do mean just a fault. But I love Johannes Roberts. And matter of fact, I just got this the other day. It's called Storage 24. It's actually one of his movies. It's an independent release from Magnolia Pictures and Magnet. They're pretty much known for making sort of like out there type movies or independent movies. So I'm really excited to see what he does with this. But I'll tell you what, he always has a very unique style to him. I love that, and I love his love for old music. I adore it. Like, in Pray at Night, that soundtrack is loaded with great songs. This movie is no exception. He has a lot of really good songs littered in. It's nothing too distracting. When they play, you're kind of like, oh, that's a dope song. Oh, shit, that just happened. So it's kind of crazy. Like, there's a scene where What's Up plays by Four Non Blondes, and you're kind of like, oh, nice. Holy shit! It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. This movie is awesome. I gotta say, the trailer, for the first time in a while, the trailer really showcases what this movie really is, and I love that. It's nothing but a fun, exciting thrill ride into the wondrous world of Raccoon City and everything that's going on in Raccoon City, and my God, is it faithful to the games. Like, seriously? Half the time, if you were to hand me a controller, I would be like, holy shit, I'm playing a super realistic looking Resident Evil game. Wow, is this HD? Oh my God, look at all the graphics. Seriously, it looks really good. The movie looks really good. People were whining about the CGI when the trailers came out and they saw the monsters and stuff. The CGI looks pretty damn good to me. I mean, maybe I just don't look closely with my spectacles like some people do. I thought it looked great. You know, the looker looked fantastic. Birkin... Okay. Birkin as a monster, like his final form in the movie, that was fantastic. It's very, very similar to the games. Dude, as a fan of Resident Evil, who's been a fan for a long time now, I can't remember the first time I played a Resident Evil game. Dude, I was really young, I know that much. I think I was like 7 or 8 or something like that. And my first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 4, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there. I do still love that game. It's not my favorite anymore. Resident Evil 7 is currently my favorite, but that game is still, I'd say, probably the best Resident Evil game ever made. I just love it. Plain and simple. Something doesn't have to be your favorite. If something's the best, it doesn't mean it's your favorite. It's just you saying universally it's the best game, and I believe that 4 is the best. And also I believe out of all the Resident Evil movies, this is the best one. My God, the soundtrack is terrific. The orchestra type sound to it, with the creepy girl humming in the background. I kind of really dug into that. At first, when I listened to the soundtrack before seeing the movie, I was like, how is that going to fit into Resident Evil? How will that work? And then once I heard it in the opening credits, I was like, holy shit, this fits amazingly. And it does. It fits pretty damn awesome. I love everything about this movie, but there is one negative that I do have. And that's, there's a scene where it feels like a jump scare is forced solely just to have a jump scare. And that's a scene where Officer Dooley, one of the characters in this film, is crawling towards Chris Redfield. And he's making all kinds of zombie noises. And then all of a sudden, the light flickers, turns off, flickers on. He's right in front of Chris's face, right? Turns off, he turns on. He's gone all of a sudden. And then a couple frames later, there's a jump scare. It just seems like they just did that to have a jump scare, not because it makes any sense. Because where Dooley comes from for the jump scare, it's just a weird position. How did he get there? Like, why would he go there? Like, he had a clear shot right at Chris. He could have got him with the lights off, too, which would have been freaky. But overall, that's not something that I'm going to weigh down the movie for. It's obviously just trying to give us a jump scare, and you know what? I respect it. It was a really cool scene, nonetheless. Yeah, it seems forced, but you know what? It was a really cool scene. I love how it was done. The light flickering on and off. He's like, the zombie just gets closer and closer each time the light comes on. I love that, but it's just, the jump scare seemed a little forced to me, just to have one. But man, the zombie action in this movie, I admit, it starts off sort of slow. You're kind of like, okay, when are we going to get to the zombies? When's this going to happen? But I believe me, it's worth the wait. When you see your first zombie action, it gets pretty fucking intense. And I love the transition in this movie. People don't just start as zombies. They transition. Sort of like in some TV shows you might have seen. Chernobyl. There's another show where people slowly transition into the zombies and stuff. But either way, like, you start to see blood coming out of their eyes and their hair falls out, and then they become zombies. It's not just, I'm a zombie, out of nowhere. Like, I feel like that's how Paul Anderson's movies were. They kind of just got bit, then moments later they became a zombie. There was no transition into it. It's human, zombie, boom. There's no break. Whereas this film gives us little shades. Like, you slowly start to see people transition. I would love to see a sequel to this movie, and I was not paid to do this video. I know people are gonna be like, dude, you're kissing their ass. I'm not. I promise you, this is my genuine reaction to this film. I love it. I saw it twice in theaters, and I couldn't be happier. I knew I was gonna love this movie from the previews, and whenever I initially saw footage way back in like 2019, 2020, something like that, where I saw the footage of the truck driving and then crashing, I knew right away it was going to be fucking awesome. And I love that they made Raccoon City back into a normal Midwestern, kind of like small town situation. Instead of being like, in Paul Anderson's films, it's like this huge fucking town that's like the size of fucking New York or some big town like that. It's like, it's unreasonable. It's unrealistic. Raccoon is like supposed to be like a really small town, it's so small, in fact, that a pharmaceutical company is the highlight of the town. Your town's small whenever a pharmacy type company is the highlight of your town. And also I want to talk about Avon Jogias. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm so sorry, man. But the guy who played Leon, I'm just going to call him Avon. He did a very interesting portrayal of Leon, and it fits the script. I still am a little torn because I really wanted to see the Leon from the games, this cocky son of a bitch who's just, he's just a badass, just face it. He's a fucking badass. He kicks ass. And I was hoping for that, but we got something more of like a stumbling, mumbling, kind of like, I'm a sleaze bag. I like to sleep. I need my fucking sleep. I need my alcohol type dude. and he's like a preteen who just wants to, you know, clock in, clock out, get the fuck out, you know, and he's kind of despised by everybody, I guess, for being this type of person, and perhaps it's because he's a rookie, but I thought the characterization for him was really cool. They could have easily copied off of the games, because, you know, Johannes Roberts clearly loves the fucking games. It's fact. I don't care if you hate this movie or not, he clearly fucking loves the games, and he tried to put in as much shit as he could. So, I really love the portrayal of Leon, you know? I like that it's different than what you'd expect. It throws you for a loop. Not that it's like some kind of like shocking loop, it's just more like, oh, so that's the Leon we're getting? Okay. We'll roll with it. At least that's how my reaction was. Everybody else seems to be like, what the fuck? That's not Leon. Fuck him. I mean, I just don't see it that way. I think really positively of things. Go in with your own beliefs and opinions. Don't watch this and take it with a grain of salt. This is my opinion. I think it's an absolutely amazing film. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that will disagree, but I welcome you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm sure there's going to be a mix of positive and negatives. It seems like this movie's pretty split right down the middle. So either way, just let me know what you guys think of the movie down below. Hit like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell, get notified anytime I make a video or stream videos with the channel. There's something crazy going on. I will see you guys in the next one. Alright. I totally didn't have the T-virus injected into me to make that super fast intro. I'm kidding. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I think my hair's falling out. My eye's bleeding?
Save me. You should never break me. You're the thing that makes me be afraid of myself. Don't tell me you're sorry. Just say a thing to stop me. Help me break the silence. Come and save me from myself.